Why is my window taped up? Well, and way overdone, is because my door regulator broke. I was rolling it down and all of a sudden I heard a snap, and next thing you know, my window just kept going down, leveled off at about a quarter of the way up. Okay, there's my door. And what happened was, when the window came down, it came down to right about here. And if it had come down all the way, I got two spots here where I could undo the bolts that hold the window to this track right here that's held on with this, and this. Am I getting that? It's held on with 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You only got to take 3 out. This one will slide up if you loosen it. Then, anyway, I had to reach around behind, up in here. I think I was up in here, I was down in here, I can't remember. In any case, the window was not able to be gotten to through these 2 holes here. If you're lucky enough to be able to move your window to get to these 2 holes, more power to you, but I had to reach around with a 10mm wrench. These are 10mm wrench heads, and or 10mm socket. That I can't talk this morning. Anyway, got it loose, pushed it up, taped it up, overdid it. Here's some of the tape that didn't hold before. And anyway, so what I'm going to do today is I got another one of these regulators on order, and it looks like there are 3 bolts right here, and there are. They just loosen up, slide up to the holes. Regulator pushes, the motor assembly pushes through. The track assembly, which I'll show you when I get it out, is really kind of simple. A lot better than these arms, that I'm used to. And I'm going to unplug the motor, of course, so I can push the cable back through here. And that's about it. I'll compare the new window regulator with this one. I'm going to start taking this plastic motor connection here first, loose, and then I'm going to go to the bolts, and then I'm going to try and weasel the whole assembly out this way. The window is up, it's out of the way. Should be nothing in the way in there that I can hurt. Okay, this is actually pretty easy to unplug. Just push in on this little tab here and pull down. It's unplugged, but you still are left with this having to come off. Now, the new motor assembly is going to come with one, probably. Looks like it just slides off. It does. Okay, this is a... Alright, I don't know if you can see that. I'll pull that out of the way for a minute. It slides up. This slides up. You don't have to pry it out. Slide it up. Of course, might not hold as good now that I played with it. But anyway, that's that. Alright, moving right along. I'm going to take the 4 bolts loose here on the track piece, I guess you'd call it. 10mm, nothing to it. Oh no. Those. Today's quattro. Only gotta loosen quattro up. You want him to slide up and fall down like that. We are going over to the motor part. Trace bolts. 3 bolts. Same 10mm wrench. Just loosen these up enough to make the motor slide up. I think that should do it. Slide it up, I say, into the holes, into the holes. There we go, and it's out. Anyway, it's loose. How are we doing here? Okay, if you're wondering what all the racket was about, I'm sliding everything out through the large opening there, and I'll be making a little more racket and getting it out of there. I'm hooked on something. Okay, there's another little plastic piece that's holding the motor cable to the metal door panel. So I believe it is. It feels like it is. And that would be right behind this wire right here. It's a little plastic piece right here. There we go. The minute I got it loose, you could hear the motor drop. Alrighty, now I believe we can take it out. I'll show you what was holding it in. Okay, on the cable you've got 2 plastic pieces that hold the connector in, there and there, and that was holding it. This is my motor connection here. Well, there's a new window regulator, just came in. You know, when you buy a part from RA, they enclose a free refrigerator magnet. Here's a few magnets I've accumulated. A few spares also. Ain't quite got it filled up yet. Okay, I've checked my new piece, and it looks to be about the identical as the other one. I'll go ahead and put it in. See what I can do here. Getting grease on my hands. Something is greased in here, which is good. Gotta remember not to touch it, whatever it is. This slight grease is coming off of the track a little bit. My hands. Okay, make sure that this bolt here is not screwed out too far. You want it get as much room as you can in here. And then this plug right here has a habit of getting caught in the bottom track or bottom molding of the door. And if you pull it up first and stick it out of this hole, things will go a lot easier for you. I know they would have for me if I had done it. Anyway, so now I'm going to try and put this motor 3 bolts into these holes here. But I got the rack hanging there anyway, so. Alright, make sure you got these backed off enough so it'll slide in. I was having a little trouble with that because they were too tight. It's hard to see in the dark. And I added another bolt here to stabilize this a little more. I can put 2 more in down here. I think I'll go ahead and tighten the motor up right now, just a little bit. Keep it from falling out on me, or moving on me. That's just a little snug there. Take this bolt out here and put this one back in that it came with. Okay, basically what I have to do is put 2 more bolts here, snug these down a little bit. I need to plug this in, and then I need to go get my armrest that I took loose from the door panel, plug it in so I can move the window actuator. I'm not sure just exactly where it is. It's either down or up. I think it's right here. Maybe move it up a little bit so I can see it right here. Then I'll take my window loose and attach the window. But I'm going to go ahead and put 2 more bolts in here, tighten these up a little bit more, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I tightened these all down pretty snug. I'm using a 1/4 inch ratchet, so I will not get too much torque on them. This piece that I'm going to use has a little locking tab on it. You might be able to see it, I'm not sure, but anyway, there's a tab right there. Screwdriver can go right in here. And it snaps right in there. In there. Okay, let me go get my door. Okay, I have my armrest here. Oh, needs to go up. I think that's about where it needs to go. I can see a bolt hole there. Okay. Okay, I got a couple of suction cups here that help me with holding the window, and take them off for right now. I try to, and slowly lower the window down. Okay, the window bolt holes are lined up. I just need to get the bolts in there, tighten them down, and then check the window regulator for operation. Alrighty, turn the key on and see if the window goes up and down. It's in its track, I made sure of that. Alright, now what I need to do is to put my armrest back on the panel, put the little vapor barrier over it. I'm putting my vapor barrier back on, and I'm just going to use some regular silicone gasket maker. It'll dry enough to where it should do the job. Alright, vapor barrier is stuck on there, and I used a little duct tape to hold it in place while the silicone dries. Alright, time to see if I can set the door panel in place with this wind blowing. Okay, see if I can put the door panel on. I got the window controls hooked up. Can't really remember just exactly what I need to do. Some of it I know. That piece got to go over that. The lock mechanism's got to go over the lock mechanism. Alright, now it's a matter of positioning it, snapping it in place, putting the speaker cover on, hooking that up. I gotta hook that up. Not sure if I can. Once I got this top edge in there next to the window like it's supposed to be, just take and hit it, or I did, around the edges, and it snaps right in. Okay, now I'm gonna hook up, I think there's a couple down here, maybe two here, and maybe two here, I'm not sure. But there's not many of them in there, and they hold the door. And I'm going to go ahead and hook up the little lever arm that you can see in there. It goes right into that piece there and hooks over. And then, of course, that connects to that right there. And it's screwed in. Then I'll move down to the speaker area and the trim. My speaker assembly had 1, 2, 3 screws. Yours may or may not have it. Now I think I just have to snap the cover back in place after I hook up the speaker wire, of course. Yeah, it's got its own separate screws too. Yeah, I should have cleaned it, I know. Okay, I got one screw that goes up in there, and then a cover over it, and then I got to put the other trim pieces on there and there. I believe this piece just snaps on. It's going to take two hands on. Put the camera down. This is actually part of the window track. I think I'm going to roll the window down a little bit so it can fit into this track right here, looks like. This should be this hard. Sort of go in and roll around like that. This video's been done a little backwards, but I think you got the picture. Sure, watch a lot of other videos on this. They usually start at the front. I started in the back at the end. So, until the next video, this is Cars, Trucks, and Detours, aka Steve AZ711. Hope your window repairs go well, and bye for now. Not as quiet as a Honda, but it works pretty